Like I said, this is actually a skywalk bridge. There's nothing below us. This is the A building we're in, and then over there's the museum. A lot of people think it's all one building, but it's not. And this, like I said, this is just a temporary exhibit. This is where I'm going to talk to Jacqueline Zeitz about putting in an exhibit for the Yarmulka Riders Motorcycle Club. Since we are now Milwaukee's first, well, we are Wisconsin's first and only Jewish motorcycle club. It'd be nice to do something to honor the Jews who ride. What's that? Oh yeah, they'd sit down with us, do interviews, about our club and what it means to be a Jew that rides, and plus the fact that something that should have been done years ago, especially something that honors our. Well, they don't ever honor the Polish riders or anything here. They Harley picks and chooses what they want to do. That's a sad thing. But so I said, I love the company, I love the name, but it's not the same as it was when the founders founded it. It's all about money now. It's not about the customers, it's not about the employees. It's about how much you donate too. You write them a big check, they'll kiss your ass. If you can only give what you can give, they don't do nothing. I'd really like a poster like that. That's nice. That's all those bikes are going to be in the vault where we're just at. Now this is something we should actually have a logo in too, because this is the clubs and competition room. Yep. I was never a fan of this particular bike, the 1923 here. Just the way the handlebars are designed to, yeah. This is the old board track race. They used to have one of these board track races at the Wisconsin State Fair Park. It used to be called the Motro Dome. That's another one I was never kind of interested in here. That's Smokin' Joe. It's kind of funny here because there's a story about this bike here with the missing headlight. Somebody says, when did Harley start making Indian? That's because right here on the side, there's an Indian sticker on here. But that's because somebody just put that on for decoration. Oh yeah. And then this is new here, this whole Wabash Valley Motorcycle Club, Civil Defense. That's the Civil Defense logo. That's new. That wasn't in here until a couple weeks ago. So rightfully, they should actually put something in for our Jewish Motorcycle Club, the Yarmulka Riders. Because this is history. We're the first Wisconsin Jewish Motorcycle Club, founded right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the birthplace of Harley Davidson. There's no reason they can't do nothing for us. Especially the fact that our families worked for the company for over 100 years, since at least 1917.
Did Marky work for Harley?
No, Mark worked for House of Harley, which is a dealership. Dealerships are independently owned. They took out the Black Panther jacket that was in here. There was a South Milwaukee Black Panthers jacket that was in here. It used to be right here where this was. No, Marky worked for House of Harley. One of the 5 times that it was bought and sold since 1990. I think he was there in like 93 or 96. Because House of Harley has been bought and sold 5 times. And the way it's run now, House of Harley is a shithole. It's well, I think they
too old to ride too.
No, I know people who in their 70s and 80s who ride. It's what it is once you see the stuff, you get tired of seeing it after a while. It's like when you go to a rally a couple times, it's fine, but after a while, every rally's like the same. It's like Tiger. Tiger goes to Sturgis every single year for the last 30 years. And it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, but here's the 1918 on the other side. with the Model J Rogers sidecar. I love to have one of those just for my collection.
$80 for the sidecar.
Yeah, you know what you pay for a sidecar now?
About $2,000.
Anywhere from $2,000 to about $5,000 or $6,000. And Harley don't make sidecars no more, so now you gotta get them aftermarket. I found a company that's offering them for like $1,500, but they're stock black, and you have to have them custom painted. This was the engine room. That's what I did, building engines. Right here, this engine right here is what I built. This is what I built right here, the Milwaukee 8, when I was at the plant. Yep, because it's still in production, that's why. 2019, until 700 of us got laid off and then canned because the company downsized to save money. But this is everything, you know, what's in a cylinder, your valves, your cylinders, pistons. See, this is what's called your top rocker, your bottom rocker. When I was at the plant, some of the people were fucking lazy there, and they used to put them on, but they drop these and scratch them, the top rocker, and they'd be all dented. And then our management there's like, well, nobody's gonna see it. It's gonna be hidden under the gas tank, so who gives a shit? That was Harley's official stance on it, and that's what I did not like. We'd also get the cylinders here. These are called cooling fins, and right on the fin, you'd have like a porosity or a hole in there, you know, a defect. And again, Harley's like, well, nobody's gonna notice it. Who do you know it looks like motorcycles that close?
This didn't work on the Revolution then, right?
Nope. This is your rods and pistons, connecting rod. This is the rod, this is the piston. These are your valves. This is your cylinder head. That's your top rocker and your bottom rocker and top rocker go on. It's your valves. Nope, never worked. I worked on Sportsters. We still made these right here, the Evolution Sportster. Yeah, I've worked on those at the plant. Except they're all chrome colored, the ones we did. See, the plant in Kansas City that they shut down the same year we all got laid off, 600 people lost their job there. They were one of the Sportster plants. We did some Sportster engines, but not many. Yeah. And right here, this is what's on my bike right here, the twin cam. And these are just the engines. The transmission is not connected to them. They took down the XR1000, which was from the year I was born. Here's what Uncle Paul had on his bike right here, the shovel head. And then here's what's on Terry's bike, Terry Chakavich. He's got the Evolution because he's got an 88 Heritage. And then this would have been around when you were born, the Panhead. This is like my favorite engine here. And then, of course, you got the knucklehead because the two bolts look like a set of knuckles. I think Elisha would have loved to come see all this. And then, like I said, your early versions of this and your post twins. Elijah's would have been the same engine that's on my bike. That would have been for the year he was born. Like I said, here's all your stuff. Your shovel head, your pan head, the knuckle head, and then the flat head, which looks like a flat top. I love working on my bike. I won't take it to a shop. You know, I love building it. Besides, the shops are ripoffs because they charge $160 or $170 an hour now, which is ridiculous. That's how your engine works. Use your spark and your combustion and see, this is what's considered. This would be the transmission on here. You know, those didn't have them. They didn't have transmissions back then. Yeah, it's a cutaway to show how the piston works in there. See how it's highlighted there? Yeah, it's highlighted on that one. It's highlighted on this one. Yep, and this right here is your transmission. They took out the lights. This used to be lit up. Right back here. What I did on these is I used to do top end work here. Like, see this thing here? This is your manifold, these steel lines. We used to work with those. You get these idiots who put them in backwards. They put the wrong one in and they fail a pressure leak test at the plant. These hoses, we'd work with these because these went throughout the whole plant. Right now, right here, do you see right here where the bolts are? You see right here where the bolts are, where the orange is?
Yeah.
Okay, there's like that line that goes down and cracks. This back half is your transmission. That back half is your engine. What I did was, because those are your tappets and push rods, people used to put the wrong push rods in there. They put them in the Sportster ones, and they'd fail the compression test too. But what I used to do is, up here, you got your knock sensors. I used to put those in and spark plugs, and I used to build other things on these things. I loved working at the plant. You know, I loved building engines. Occasionally, though, you'd have engines that would leak and there'd be issues, and you get people there who didn't take pride in building this stuff. It was just a paycheck to them. So they drop shit on the floor, you get damaged or broken. Harley didn't give a shit. That was really, yeah, it's a write-off. It's a well, that's why I said when Leanne, our supervisor, told us that they'll purposely take an engine that they know is bad and they'll put it on a bike. And instead of claiming a $5,000 loss for the bike, they'll claim the whole bike as like a $20,000 loss. And that's the way Harley fucks over the IRS then. I love this because it's very, very simple. It's very simple mechanics on these old ones.
Anniversary yellow paint skin.
Yeah, it's got a gold medallion on the front of it for the 50th anniversary, which is right here below the number 4.
Harley Davidson was the last American motorcycle manufacturing. Indian closed its doors at the end of 53.
Yeah, but Indian's back. Indian's owned by Polaris now. And Harley's not American made no more. All the shit's made in China.
Company to face the British motorcycle.
It's made in China and it's assembled here. That's what I said. I used to tell them when I worked at the plant. There's a difference between made in America and assembled in America. This is from, used to be our fiberglass facility up in Tomahawk when we used to make boats. Right there. Right here's the, which we don't, it's not, we have a plant in Tomahawk yet, but it's not our fiberglass facility no more. Now they do other stuff. And this ain't even a real motorcycle. It looks like it, don't it? It's mostly fiberglass and what's that putty crap you use for modeling? My buddy Gino, who used to work for the company for many, many years with Willie Davidson, he later worked here, and the museum was always pissed at him because he'd tell the people the truth on what happened with the company and that, and they didn't like it because Harley tried to sugarcoat shit and cover it up. But yeah, he's one of the guys who worked on that bike. We used to make snowmobiles too for a while. This was one of their Porsche engines. This was too costly to make when we made those. You know, right here, that's still our union, except it's local 2-209. Unfair labor strikes. They still do it to this day. And then here, the hog program was started in 1983, the year I was born. This is the first edition of the newsletter. Originally, they went with a pig because, hog. But then they decided later on to go with the eagle here. January 1983. Yep. It's a very important piece of history.
I bet you the Titanic is loaded.
See, Uncle Chester's name should be on this bike since he worked for the plant, and Uncle Alexander's. Yeah, see, my name wouldn't be on there because I didn't work for the company at the time. No, you'd have to submit them for all this stuff.
You can just kind of sit there. You know, it seems to me that these kind of go away. I have time to work on all the
Yeah, 76 AMF. Right over here is the new exhibit, the Mama Tried. Remember, this used to be all, none of this was here, all these platforms. This used to be all the Terminator bikes and other stuff. All the stuff about the clubs used to be in the thing, about the outlaws and the one percenters and all that. I love neon lights. Yeah, this is all, they put this in last July, June or July. This is one of Freddie's bikes.
There's a lot of lights on that bike.
Yeah, that's one of Freddie's bikes. Freddie's up on the wall here. You've probably seen him around here. Yeah, this all used to be, they had David Allen Cole in here, Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man. This is all the stuff about the outlaws and the biker clubs, and, you know, they changed all this out and they put the stuff into archives. Right here, here's a 1958. It's a custom. It's different, eh? You want a picture of this? Because you've never seen this one. Not at all. Cheap Thrills. Logging Congress. Escanaba Mission. I love it. September 8, 9, 10, 11, 1983. I would have been 10 years old. No, I would have been 9 years old. That would have been just before my 10th birthday. This is a 1954. See, this is a custom-made bike that somebody just made. What it is because it's a 54 engine on it. One picture by that one. Hey, look, Arkansas Traveler. You know how Uncle Paul loved Arkansas. Yeah, this is right here. All this footage here, this is what's going to be going at the Pfizer Forum. This is previous year footage.
1944.
Yeah, it's a knucklehead. And then over here, this one here, is another 1958 right here. This panhead. This is what they're going to be riding around outside. Something similar to that. Here's your old sidecar. We'll get a picture of you by that one. That's 1958 too. That one's from Minnesota. Ready? That's a panhead. It's a custom FL. Yeah. What they do is a lot of these designers, they'll take the engine and they'll put it on, but they'll do their own frames, their own modifications. You know, they do a lot of ingenuity. This isn't stuff that's created by the company. This is stuff that's created by private people who fabricate. They fabricate and manufacture motorcycles.
That seat, that's almost like a banana type seat.
Mm-hmm. It's a 1940. It looks like a tampon on a seat. Nice. Yeah, it's one of Willie's bikes. It's 1980 FXWH, or WG, FXWG. Well, adapted for the 1983 Harley Davidson edition. Yep. Oh, they made more than that. They just they don't have them all out on display. That was actually the green and white. Was actually made for the Shriners, which is related to the Freemasons. It's a dude glide. And then they have over here from the year Antiquero was made, or I mean, the year Antiquero was born in 1949 over here. Do you remember the movie? Do you remember the movie Wild Hogs? The guy said he's got a 48 pan head, where Ray Liotta's character.
But it didn't look like that.
No. He said, "Who's 48s out there?" Ray Liotta says, "That's my 48 pan head. This is a 48 pan head right here."
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
I was thinking of 49.
No, this is a 48 pan head with a tractor seat.
Carol was born in 49.
49's over there, the green one.
Yeah, that's the year Carol was born.
So there's my little tribute to Ray Liotta. May he rest in peace.
43.
43, 45,
She was born in
49,
Yeah.
54, 58, and 62. Yep. You want a photo by that one? No. Here's another 54 here. And then this one here, they have the red and white 58 over in the thing here. It used to be over where the black one is. This is a 60 there. Here's the 58. It's 1968.
That's the year Dougie Jr.
This is electrical. I saw one of these sitting outside up in West Dallas, I think, a few years. No, maybe last year it was. It's the old trikes. A lot of the 1%er clubs buy these up when they go up for auction now because they don't. Yeah, because it's got the big back. That's a. Yeah, well, Milwaukee used to have these too, but these have the big trunk in the back.
Looks almost like an ice cream truck.
Yeah. And you probably could convert it into it, you know. But
I think that's when this was. Terry was 70.
a lot of the 1%er clubs buy those up. That's something like Piney would ride on Sons of Anarchy. And of course, the 83 from the year I was born. But the XR 1000 engine. I would love to have one of these for my collection. It's too small for me to ride, a person my size. But I would love no, it'd be perfect for you. I would love to have this just for my collection. Just something from the year I was born from Harley Davidson. And I just want to get one from this side. And then right here, this red and white, this is a Heritage, just like mine. Oh, that's a Sunglow red. It was. Well, it's Army color. It's OD green, but it looks more like a plastic type material. It's a 95. There's a V-Rod right there, a silver one. That's what Jim, the guy introduced you, that's what he's got. He's got a V-Rod. That's actually not a gas tank on there. It's a air filter system or something. This is the old Road Kings. These suckers were nice. These old ones. This is what Harley Davidson used to drive around the warning tracks at Milwaukee County Stadium and at Miller Park, like the first 6 years before the Brewers terminated their contract with Harley. Huh? They do. They just don't have no more room to put stuff out. They'd have to swap all this out. Back there's your 58.
And they did 4 of them.
No, they did more. They're just not on display. And this is another piece of shit that we made at the plant. This was actually recalled for safety reasons by the National Highways. Yeah, because when they manufactured that Harley, the back passenger seat here wasn't bolted on right, and passengers got thrown from it. So the federal government made Harley recall these until they fixed it. It was
3 years old.
Yeah, it's the Pan America. That's a LaMotta engine on there. That's what was codenamed when we worked there. My supervisor, Stefan, helped come up with that design. This was like one of the biggest pieces of shit Harley ever made. It's the same thing with the electric bike. That was another piece of shit that we made at Harley. Never should have done it.
The year Chris was born.
Right here's the electric bike, the live wire. Guy bought a brand new one from Harley, took it to Sturgis last year, the year before. Fucker started on fire. The whole battery started on fire. That bike was engulfed. Faulty wiring. Here's a few of your old ones, your 1914 and yeah, there's a Heritage just like mine, except this is older. This is 86. Oh yeah, it's different seats, and it's well, that's an 86. That's a Sturgis bike. The V-Rod. That was when Buell was partnered with Harley. Now Buell's back out on their own. This is a rocker seat. Chick I used to work with over at the plant, she worked in the repair department. She had a rocker seat. Ashley, that was her name. And these are like the newer models that came out. They no longer make trikes. They now call them freewheelers. So this is what they do now. Well, you want a photograph on one? And this one here, this is another piece of shit we made at Harley. They're very uncomfortable to ride. They never should have made this. It is. I took one for a ride last year. And look at the brake pedal right here. This is how small the brake pedal is right here. This little dinky thing. If you have to hit that in emergency, you can't find it. Like I said, I love Harley, but there's good and bad about the company. Here's Freddie. That bike I saw is Freddie's bike. That's Freddie. He's always down here.
I hope you enjoyed your journey.
This is the new president and CEO, Jacqueline Seitz.
After your visit. I look forward to being
They swapped out the sign that was yellow, British or Scottish. They used to have the yellow sign that said, "Let's ride." Then they took it down, and there's nothing here for a while. And then I complained about it for about a month, so they put this up because I complained. That's what's on your shirt. I still love it because these boys are all tanked. You know that? You can see they're all drunk. Walter still looks like Jaja.
Yeah.
Let me back that up some.